Are you looking for answers or guidance? Join us on Across the Veil, and let our psychics help guide you. Thank you for joining us today. We hope you enjoy the show.
Hi everyone, welcome to Across the Veil. I'm Kat, your host, and on today's show we have Ben Castens, psychic medium. How you going, Ben?
Good, Kat. How are you?
Pretty good. It's good to
That's
have you on
good.
the show.
Thank you. It's a pleasure to be here.
And hello to all your fans watching also.
Hi, guys.
So what cards are you using today?
All right, so today I've got my Archangel Oracle deck and my Trust Your Vibes deck. I love this one.
Wow. If anyone would like a question, we are doing one free one cards, but if you would like more in depth, they are $20. Let us know in the comments. We can get you a reading. If you'd like to be on the show for a reading, we can get you in on Ben's next show. So let us know in the comments and I can organize that for you. And yeah. So tell us, Ben, about that picture behind you, that the goddess. I love that. We're talking about that before.
This one is an amazing piece of art, was given to me by a lovely friend who also works in the industry. She's a healer and she is able to translate intergalactic and light coding. So she does a lot of light language and stuff like that. And this is someone that she gave to me just to help me with my energy clearing and stuff like that. So I'm really happy that she was able to give me that little gift just to remind me to check my energy a lot and make sure we're coming up there.
Awesome. And hello to Jane. She's excited.
Hi, Jane. Hi, Jane. Jane is a very good friend and client of mine.
And Lillian Glenn says, I love the way April 4th for your beautiful music background. I'm in areas. Let me know what's ahead for me in the next couple of days. Thank you, much love and blessings. Would you like to do, Lillian, a one card?
I'd love to.
Please, thank you.
Thank you for commenting, Lillian. It's really nice to see a new face on board. I'm just going to connect to you right now. I feel quite anxious in your energy, so I'm not sure if something is coming up that's going to affect a lot of situations around you. Just pulling a card, I would definitely say it's time for a bit of a cleanse. So if you are feeling those kind of anxious energies and situations around you that are going on that are causing a bit of upheaval and that kind of thing, I would just say to really take a few moments and cleanse your energy. And you can really do that by sort of walking barefoot on the ground. You can hold your chakras. This is a really good place to hold here, just above your belly button and below your breastbone. It's a really good, it's your solar plexus. So wear yellow, look at something yellow while you're doing it. And it's a really good way for you to bring in that cleansing and earth energy. You could also grab a bit of Palo Santo or white sage and just sage the area around you. I do feel like in the next couple of days you've got a bit of upheaval coming, and I'm not sure where you are, but I do feel like it's affecting you internally, if that helps.
We're just waiting for Lillian to put a comment in.
No worries. I hope that helps, Lillian.
Yeah. We'll just see if that see what she says, Lillian.
Cool.
Yeah.
I feel like Lillian's in the US.
Oh, okay.
There's a lot of upheaval going on there for everybody, but I feel like it's more personal than sort of bigger situations that are going on for the country. Do
you want to tell us about your awakening while we're waiting for some questions?
Yeah, of course. So, I mean, I spent a lot of time sort of hiding away from everything that I do and that I do now. Thank you. Nice. You're welcome, Lillian. I hope it helps. I spent a lot of time growing up. I had an amazing childhood, amazing family, but it was quite turbulent with everything going on. So, and like a lot of people do, I turned to addiction and that kind of lifestyle just to try and cope with stuff. It was actually on my 30th birthday where I was sitting with a couple of friends and my partner at the time. And I just kind of realized I had this sort of epiphany, I guess you could call it, where I realized that I wasn't alone. I had spirit around me. I was actually at the time able to validate with my partner someone in his life that had passed away, that was important to him. And that was kind of the moment where I went on this massive awakening. Um, of course, I looked for guidance. I looked for assistance from all of the mediums and psychics I could get my hands on, to be honest. Um, but essentially, it took me stepping away from all that and really learning who I am, away from, that trauma lifestyle that I was living, that fear lifestyle. Um, I spent a lot of time out in the country learning Reiki, and that was a really huge point for me in understanding energy and how magic is so intrinsic in the world today. So for me, my awakening really inspired me to go out and let other people know how easy it is to connect to yourself, connect to spirit, connect to, that universal energy that's really available to everyone if we choose to open to it. I think a lot of people make it too difficult for themselves, if that makes sense. I feel like a lot of people put their gifts or their own abilities to connect to spirit or the universe, whatever you want to call it, higher powers, on this pedestal that you've got to live a perfect life. You've got to live this amazing, godly existence. And I find a lot of the people in the industry don't do that. And that was something that really helped me on my journey, because we're all human. We are still human until we cross over. So my gift is purely intuitive. So I always call myself the accidental medium or the friend of the dead, just because I'm not here to lecture them. I'm not here to interrogate them. I'm not a cop. I love working with the sort of that kind of scene, but I'm definitely not someone that interrogates spirit. I try and get their essence and their energy to go through me. We all have a channel, and it's just about enabling that and opening that up to the world, I suppose. We all have a gift to share. So if you feel like getting a card from my Trust Your Vibes deck, you're more than welcome to leave a comment. It is $20 USD for a more in-depth session. Kat says, did you have support when you had your awakening from your family and friends? I did have a lot of support. I kind of went to a lot of my friends with messages. That was kind of the safest way for me to learn my gift. I have a really supportive family and friend team around me, which I'm very blessed to have. But at the same time, going through an awakening of any kind is really isolating, and you kind of tend to feel alone. You feel like you're the only one experiencing this. It wasn't till I've come out of that awakening and really stood in my power and understood who I was that I was able to really reconnect with everybody. I've wholeheartedly admit I cut a lot of people out of my life that probably shouldn't have, but it had to happen for me to find out that awakening process was for me and not for everybody else. Do I talk to the dead or see them? Both. So physically, I don't believe that any psychic or medium can see them with their physical eyes. It's more of a third eye connection. So I'll often be in bed. One of my favorite experiences was when I was about 15. My family and I were traveling through Europe and England. We actually went to a castle which I now believe I lived at in one of my past lives or something like that. But I definitely had this feeling of trepidation and absolute fear going through the dungeon experience, and they couldn't get me in there. I probably ruined that part of the holiday for everybody, but I went to this place of, you're not getting me back there. I'm not going back into that prison. Now prisons are my favorite place to be honest. On the good side, as long as they're closed and old and historic. Just want to claim that. I definitely do feel spirit around me a lot. I can be on a train, I can be in a cafe, I can be anywhere, and if they want to connect, they do. And I like to think of myself as an open channel to people and spirits, so I'm more than welcome for them to come and have a chat. Never a wrong time to make a new friend, whether they're dead or alive, really. All right. So hi Becky. Could you please do a card for me just in relation to my life changes right now? Of course I can, and I would be honored. Thank you for joining me. I really appreciate it. Becky is a lovely client of mine from my business on Facebook and my website. She's been with me for a little while. I'm really grateful that you joined us. This one really just stood out. Instant feedback. So if you're asking for signs, if you're asking for information from Spirit, make sure that you're listening immediately to your first train of thought, your first instinct of what to do or what to think about that situation. You have a really, really good and deep connection to your guides, and I would definitely say that it's instantaneous. And I definitely do want to ask you to recognize what you're feeling when you ask these questions in particular. So if you're saying, give me a sign, and you feel, that sense of dread come over you over that situation, then take that into account and into being. It's really important that we look at ourselves holistically when we're asking for signs. And I mean, overall, you could see a butterfly, that could be your sign. It's going to be instant for you. And it's also going to be something that you need to recognize. And yes, it absolutely can be scary and you can have that fear factor. But if you step away from the fear and if you ask yourself, is that fear or excitement over my validation or my reaction, then that's up to you to work out. But I definitely do feel your connection is instant, much like mine. Thank you for commenting. I hope that helped. Thank you, Becky. I'm really honored to be here. This kind of thing is something I've worked a long time for, so I'm really grateful. Ben, there is a noise behind you. What is that? I do have a fountain going. Thank you for pointing that out, Jane. I will turn that off for the next session. I didn't realize everyone could hear it. My bad. What ghost do I find the most humorous? Look, something I was taught, thank you, Kat, for that question again. Something I was taught in my Reiki master's course. I spent 3 months in the bush. We had no gas, no power, no water. And it was really hard to find joy in that situation. I was going through a really bad breakup at the time. I was trying to connect to all the energies. And my mentor actually turned to me and said, love and joy combined, you're invincible. So for me, when spirit come through, or ghosts, or I call them my dads, when my dads come through for me, it's very much a case of having that banter with them, having that laugh. I guess one of my favorite, and look, I can't think of them all that I've connected to. One of my favorite humans that has passed away is one of my clients' husband, partner. He succumbed to his illness. He chose to take his own way out. He chose to end his life himself. And his heart, the growth I've seen from him, it's that love and that joy combined. He is invincible. The miracles I've seen him perform, and literal miracles, to change his family that is still on this side's life. His humor, I never knew them in life. They're actually in America. I'm in Melbourne. His humor is something that brings joy to my life, absolutely. And when he comes through, it's just, I don't want to swear, but it's giggles. It's just that giggling and that joyous laughter. And look, I try to find that connection with all the spirit I connect to. I really know when they laugh who they are. A couple more funny ones. I do like connecting to the Kelly gang. I think there's someone in that gang that I've absolutely connected to. I was blessed to be able to spend a few hours in the Melbourne jail on my own, and it was just a fun experience. Being the first, we've been locked down here in Melbourne for COVID for about 8 months. So being the first person in there and absolutely on my own, it was joy. I felt laughter. And yeah, some of it was menacing. Some of it was absolutely menacing laughter, but it was still laughter. They were still enjoying themselves on their level. And I'm not one to judge people's enjoyment, especially spirit. They've got much more knowledge than I do. I missed that comment, Becky. Sorry. Thanks so much, Ben. It helped me so much. You're a natural and made a lot of sense to me. Thank you, Becky. I will see you soon, hopefully. That was really nice. Not the fountain, Jane. Ooh. I don't think I have any noises behind it. If you can hear something, please tell me what you think it is. I've got headphones in.
It's okay, Ben. It sounds like a vacuum cleaner.
Really?
To me, it does.
Oh my goodness. Oh, well, I have no idea what. Oh, maybe it's this. I've got a oil burner.
It's okay. I think people are just wondering what it was. That was all. It sounds like someone vacuuming. Have you got a housemaid there?
I mean, no, but I've probably got a spirit cleaning up. I've got my auntie in spirit. She loves me cleaning. She's always on about cleaning.
That's funny. Thanks everyone for watching Across the Veil. Ben is doing 1 free card questions tonight. Put your question in the comments. And if you want an in-depth reading, that are $20. If you want to be on the show, let us know. We can get you in next week on Ben's show.
Yeah, that'd be cool. I'd love to see some faces.
Yeah. So that vapor you got going, has that got an oil going through it?
The what, sorry?
Those vapors you got going, they got oil. What oil you got? Yeah.
Yeah, they do. So I use, I'm not sure what the variant is in America, but we have a store here that's all candles and that kind of stuff, and it's called Amber Nights. So it's patchouli and vanilla fragrant oil.
Oh, nice.
I'm a bit of a dusk fan.
The house must smell divine.
I absolutely love smell. I think it's a really good way to connect to spirit as well. Like I know smell is one of the biggest memory enhancers and memory drivers. So I think spirit love to remember that kind of stuff as well.
I love burning incense.
Me too. What's your favorite incense?
Probably sandalwood.
Okay.
Yeah, or lang lang. I love lang lang or cinnamon.
Okay. I have one called Super Hit. It's by the Nag Champa team. It is amazing. It is amazing.
Yeah.
It's really cool for meditation too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. I love sage. I don't burn too much. Yeah, I don't burn too much of it. I prefer incense. So
you're naturally able to cleanse yourself though from any energy. Sage is really good for cleansing that energy.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Have you ever tried Palo Santo?
I love it.
Me too.
It's absolutely beautiful. Got to get myself some more of that. And Becky Belford says, how often do you sage, Ben?
Whenever I need to. Whenever I need to. Sometimes 3 times a day, sometimes none if I don't feel the need to. I like that smoking factor. I do have a connection to Indigenous culture, so I do definitely love that. You know, that burning of the woods and the oils just to get rid of the energy. So if you're feeling unlike yourself, if you're feeling, off or, whatever it is, just chuck some sage on and really do it with that intent. You can wave it anywhere and it clears the energy. I think it's really good for germs too. So for COVID, I've been a bit of a sage Nazi going all day.
Sage is good for germs in the air, yes. Definitely. Yeah.
And so is eucalyptus. I don't know if the American people can get eucalyptus freely, but we have it growing on trees. You know what I mean? So it's an amazing cleanser.
Just walk outside, pick some.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh,
Yeah.
I totally just saw an orb go across my screen. Hello, whoever that is.
I know, I've been seeing orbs. Another one just went past. An
Yeah,
orb.
see?
When you first come on live, an orb went past.
I have a lot of them.
I've seen 3 now, orbs, in the show tonight.
How exciting. Hello, orbs.
Yeah.
Hello, Spirit. I'm
They're
very
making
much...
Yeah.
Hey?
They're making themselves known. They want to be seen on camera. Did anyone else see the orb then? Please let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Leave us a comment. I absolutely love the orb stuff. I can sit. I've got some videos on my phone. Like I sat outside one night and it was literally, you could not see the tree that's 1.5 meters in front of me because the orbs were just flowing so freely and amazing. It was
Yeah.
brilliant.
Yeah. I wonder if it's just us that saw it. Please let us know if anyone else has seen orbs tonight on Ben's show. I've seen 3 so far fly across.
Yeah, right. I did a video yesterday, just like as an advertisement for this and my page and stuff like that. And I actually had to edit quite a bit out of the start because it was just orb. It's like, okay, guys, we're doing the work. Thank you.
Becky Balfour says, yes, that was cool. So she saw it.
Thanks,
orb.
Beck.
And there's Shiloh. Hi, Shiloh. She sees
Hi,
orbs
Shiloh.
a lot.
And that's a really good gift. I hope you follow that through, and I hope you feel free to question them. They'll usually give you a sign or a signifier that who they are or what they're there for.
Becky Balfour saw 2 orbs. She's seen 2 of them.
I mean, my goal with Spirit is to do more paranormal investigations. I would love to be out there not getting evidence, but really just proving to people that there is life after we pass and we cross. It's a really scary time for a lot of people when we lose someone. And I tend to find, especially when I'm doing video readings or, sending a message by video, I'll usually get that person's spirit come through and it's like, oh, yeah, they're saying hello. You really need to recognize that.
Well, look, they're definitely here. So if anyone would like a reading, an in-depth reading with one of those spirits, we've seen the orbs going past. They're $20, and now is the time for sure.
It is.
Yeah.
It's always the time when I'm around. Whether that's a good thing or a bad thing, I'm still yet to decide.
Yeah, because the mediumship readings are more in-depth, so they are $20. But if you do have just a question, Ben can do 1 card for you.
Of course. I would be more than happy to.
So I wonder who this ghost is with us tonight.
I mean, I have a feeling it's my dad without connecting and going into my little zone for him. But my dad in spirit is mischievous. Let's call him mischievous. That's a good way to put it, Ben. He likes to be seen. He likes to be known. And like with yourself, he's very choosy who he connects with on the mediumship side. So
yeah. I want to see the orb.
Come through.
You can't ask to see an orb. You just got to wait.
You do. I mean, that very much plays into how I operate, though. I don't like to tell or interrogate spirit. Like, I'm not a cop. I'm not there to make them do something they don't want to do.
Yeah.
They're at their will. We have no control over them at all.
Yeah, true. You never know when you're going to see a ghost. Sorry.
No, you don't. Absolutely don't.
Yeah.
I mean, it was quite funny. Hey?
What was funny?
I was just going to say it was quite funny how I was saying my fire alarm went off as we were starting to get into the studio for this. So I was like, all right, I get the alarms are going off. It's time. I get it, guys. I'm not going to run late. They show themselves in their own little way.
Now, Becky Barford, okay, I will get an in-depth reading. We'll put in cash at end of reading.
Okay, cool, Becky. That's cool. Thank you. Do you have any topic or anything in particular you would like to chat about, or would you just like something general?
Becky, the PayPal link is in the comments, so when you're ready to put that in after reading, that would be great. And if anyone else would like an in-depth reading, I don't know if everyone saw, but I've seen 3 orbs tonight fly across Ben, so that the dead are definitely here tonight to talk to us. So now
the dead for a reason.
We'll just wait for Becky's question, and
cool.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start connecting into Becky's energy again. I'm actually going to use another deck, if that's okay.
Okay.
I'm being drawn to my Indigenous Spirit deck. It's a deck by Mel Brown.
Mm-hmm. Can I have a look at one of the cards? I want to see the artwork.
So that's the back.
Oh, nice.
They're beautiful cards.
Very nice.
So that one is the self-respect card.
Very nice.
I tend to think like the ones with too much artwork and fancy schmancy on them are a bit overwhelming for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I like these because they're really simple.
yeah.
Oh,
Becky,
there goes another one.
I know, I saw it. So they're waiting to read. Well, they're waiting to give you some messages. It must be for Becky at this point in time. Becky says, just general, please, but in regards to my life changes coming up.
Look, I definitely feel there's a sense of fear over something coming through. Pulling this card, I do feel you're indecisive, okay? And indecision is really the worst thing you can be in a sense of when you're trying to manifest an outcome. So I would definitely say that if you are looking for a positive outcome as opposed to whatever else there is, you really need to change your focus. Now, I do have a gentleman coming through. I'm not sure if he had an issue with his, hold on, I don't know my left and right. My right eye, I'm not sure if it was, I don't think he was fully blind, but I do feel there was a definite issue with his right eye, and whether he was lazy-eyed, if that's the way to call it, or whether he was cross-eyed in that sort of area. He is trying to connect. Can you just validate with me if that resonates with you? Definitely the frustration card around you, as well as the deception card, yeah? Now, the deception card is upside down for me, and I don't usually take in reverse meanings. However, I would really ask you to trust your instincts here. I feel like you're being played with something, and I'm not sure what the situation is, but when you move past that anger space and that frustration space, you're going to be able to make a more stronger and better decision, okay? I would definitely say dot your I's and cross your T's here. So if you're doing paperwork at the moment for an outcome or for something to come through as an outcome, I definitely want to ask you just to be really meticulous, be really onto it. Like I need you to be onto it, okay? There's a feeling of things possibly not going the way we want them to go. There's definitely a feeling of having to cope and having to pick up pieces afterwards. But I also have the feeling that time is running out for someone else around you. And I don't mean that physically or end of life sort of thing. I do definitely feel that you're not sure on the man coming through. No, that's fine. I will see what I can get through this little session for you. I definitely feel once we move past that anger space about the situation, this person is going to be able to get their karma or get their comeuppance or whatever it is. I feel like they're not going to be sorted in the way that you want them to be sorted in. They are going to be sorted in a totally different way. Look, for you, I would definitely say to send that person a lot of love, okay? And I've got the love card here. You don't have to be in love or in like even with someone to send them love. You know, the best thing you can do for someone that's not an enemy, but someone that you feel maybe betraying you or being deceptive towards you or around you in a situation, there's nothing better you can do than connect to your higher power and give yourself a little bit of inner harmony and really send them that love from your heart space. You know, I'm being told heartstrings, okay? So if they're pulling at your heartstrings, if they're pulling at your emotions and they're playing them, I would definitely say you are able to cut the cord. And, you know, we all have some kind of wand. This is my little selenite wand. I've got a Lemurian wand here as well. I'll help you cut those cords, okay? And really send them and refill them with love. I'm just trying to get a better hold on this gentleman for you. It's almost like he's looking at you from the side. So when I heard side eye just then, and that's what I heard, he's giving you the side eye. It looks to me like this eye is pointing this way out towards you. So I would definitely feel that energy of watching your back. I definitely feel that energy around you that I definitely feel it's coming from the right side. And look, I'm not sure if that's a paternal connection. Okay, I use my left for my maternal connections and my right for my paternal. So I definitely feel that the right side, it's a masculine energy. It is coming through really quite strong. I feel there's violence in the situation, and I don't know where to place that. And I don't think it's a prediction. I feel like it's a past situation, whether it's emotionally violent or physically violent. I would like to say it's okay for you to leave it completely and just let it go. Yeah. Sometimes, and I'm absolutely channeling this for you. Sometimes when we really fight something, do you mean this is someone close to me, Ben, or not that person that is playing me? Look, I do feel it's someone that is playing you on the living side. I definitely feel like whether they were violent in life or violent towards people or violent towards life in general, I definitely feel there's a sense of violence, and I'm having to keep repeating that word. I'm just going to push that violent energy away because it's not a great place to dwell in. I don't like sitting in the fear-based places. I'm going to pull a couple more cards for you. Okay. The cards are really asking you to connect to spirit and be creative in your approach to it. Okay. Sometimes when we manifest, we still have that fear-based thinking. We still have that place of worry, and you need to release that and release it to them. I'm not sure if you claim to angelic thinking. Archangel Michael is an amazing person to cut through the crap for us. He will eliminate anything we want to. We just have to be really clear in our intent. If we don't want that, he's going to remove it for us. Okay. I'm not someone that usually claims to the angelic thinking. I do wholeheartedly believe in them, but I also think they're very busy for us, if that makes sense. So the violent makes sense to me. It was in the past. And can you tell me, is this person coming back into your life in any way, shape, or form? Or are you bringing them back into your energetic life? It's just I definitely do feel confused in that energy. I'm not sure if you're not welcoming them back, but sometimes when we think about someone or we think about a person or situation or a memory, often it will trigger that person's own need for that memory, that person as well. So I definitely do want to say watch your thoughts when you're connecting, because you do have a very strong connection. I'm feeling it here absolutely for you. So when you get that gut feeling, my love, absolutely run with it. Okay. I do still feel the need to be watching my back with you. Okay. I'm not sure if they've or you're in the same kind of town or place, or they're watching you online on social media or stuff like that. I definitely do feel a sense of watching your back. And of course, don't go into that fear-based place, but absolutely look at ways connecting to spirit, connecting and cleansing, connecting to your higher power, higher beings. They will absolutely help you remove that fear and that fear-based thinking. Okay. Love floods are amazing. It is a Reiki technique I learnt, and you can also apply it to any situation. So I like to imagine a tsunami, so to speak, of absolute love. And instead of being a water that destroys everything, it's a love that destroys all the negative stuff. So imagine that pouring through them and pouring over them. So there was a neighbor that just came back into my life and was quite violent towards me about 2 days ago. Okay. I'm really sorry about that. Verbally violent. Okay. Look, that you can't banish someone from your life if that's where they've chosen to be, but you can ignore them. Okay. We all have haters. We all have people that don't understand us, or I know in Australia in particular, tall poppy syndrome is a huge thing. So always look at it and send them love. Okay. It's really easy to play into negativity. It's the easiest place to manifest from. So when you're in that place, you're breeding more of it. Do you know what I mean? It's very much a case with you of flipping that thought, flipping that train of thought, and flipping the understanding of why it's happening. There's a lesson in everything. So I'm not sure if this person's been brought back into your life in the past couple of days to teach you how to let go of a situation. I can definitely feel you brew on stuff, you ruminate, you think about it a lot, you bring it into your existence in that manner. It's definitely a time for you to let go of that frustration with this person. Okay. I'm also being told it's okay to ask for assistance. It's okay to ask for help, and it's really okay to, like I'll tell you exactly what I'm hearing in my head. Doggers kiss robbers, and I feel like they're saying that to say it's not true. You're not as bad as they are, or they think you are, or they're saying you are. It's okay to ask for help if you need it, especially from authorities that are designed there to help. So you just said, I am moving in a week. I'm relieved. Thanks, Ben. Cool. I am glad you're moving. Like I said from the start, I do feel it's like a location someone's come back in. I definitely want you to sage your new house, sage your new home, and really treat it as though it's a sanctuary for your peace, for your love, and for your joy. And that way, no one's going to be able to penetrate that castle that you build. I know from my own benefit, I imagine, those big sturdy castle walls all the way around me a lot of the time. You don't have to let everybody into your castle or your sanctuary. It's yours, okay? Can you also, I'm getting pain in my throat in your energy. Can you also really start writing down your feelings? I know journaling is very beneficial to some people, either write it or say it, but I do definitely feel there's a sense of need to verbalize, and sometimes it's not a good idea to verbalize to that person or even to others what you're needing to say, but it's an easier way to write it down. A good trick, if you have written it down and you don't want to keep it in your aura, your energy sense, burn it. Write it down and burn it. Chuck it in the fire. Say thank you, you're done. Yeah. I love burning paper. Words. It releases it completely, and I can absolutely guarantee it makes you feel better in your soul when you let it out. Okay. It almost goes right back to the tonsils and right to the back of my throat. So I definitely do want to say, let it out. Okay. Let out that frustration. If you need to go to the beach or on a mountain and scream, that's an awesome thing. Go and do it. Yeah. Sometimes frustration builds up in us so much it manifests into a physical sense of pain or dis-ease, not disease, dis-ease, which is an energetic disease that we all are succumbing to at the moment with the fear around us all. But I definitely do feel that dis-ease coming through, especially your throat chakra, babe. All right. I hope that helped, Becky. I hope there was something in that for you. I know you said there was. I really appreciate the validation.
Thank you, Ben. That was a great reading.
Thank you, Kat.
Just see what else Becky says about that last thing you said. Yeah.
Can I just say quickly, Becky, trust your intuition, please. Trust it.
Yeah.
I really need to do that. I love yelling at the top of a mountain. Becky, go and effing scream your lungs out if that's what you need to do. I do it at the beach. Do you know what I mean? I absolutely do it at the beach.
Do you go out in the water and do it, or you just do it on the sand?
You do it wherever you need to. Like you can go to the jetty if you're on your own. We're very lucky in Australia. We have some amazing beaches, but any place that brings you a little bit of peace, a little bit of contentment, do it there. Do it in your bathroom if you need to. Just maybe tell your neighbours afterwards you won't be murdered.
Well, I can't see you going doing it in the water because there's a fear of water with you, isn't there?
Not really. I'm fine with water. I don't like deep water.
Oh, was it? I thought you told me the other day you had a fear of water.
I do have a fear of being in water. I'm very much afraid of sharks and stuff like that. But we actually used to, as a family, go to a small island off the north of WA. So I was very accustomed to massive waves and seeing a big black shadow underneath you, and it's very much a constant thought. But water for me, chuck me in a bath and I'm fine.
Okay. Becky says, thanks, Ben. That was awesome. I'll trust my intuition.
Please do. Please do, my love. You actually know what's right for you.
Yeah, that's good reading. If anyone has a question, Ben is doing 1 card free readings, more in depth for $20. Yeah. If you want to get it, let us know. Huh?
I'm more than happy to help where I can.
Yeah. If anyone would like to get in the studio and be live with us, let us know in the comments. I can arrange up for Ben's next show.
Perfect. Can I just quickly send love to the lady that is Lady Raven? Just sending love.
She would love that.
Sending.
Yeah, so it is your fountain going?
Yeah, so it's well, it's not a fountain. It's my cat fountain. Completely forgot. So it's like a drinking fountain that cleanses the water for us. So
Okay.
my cat is a princess. She's, well, not even a princess. She's a queen.
Funny.
I will turn that off for the next show. I didn't realize it.
Oh no, it's all right. It doesn't matter. I think people just wondered what it was. It sounds like I said, a vacuum.
Wow. See, I actually think the vacuum sound is this.
Oh, okay.
See,
Yeah.
wait, I'm going to turn it off just to see. Oh. Ready?
Yeah.
Was that it?
No.
Really?
No.
Maybe it's an energetic thing because it's absolutely. I mean, you've got the water. I've got my water bubbling, but I often find that spirit will energetically make noise if they want to be heard. If that makes sense.
There's like someone vacuuming in the same next to you, you know?
Wow. Okay, I can't hear it at all, but
I can hear it.
Vacuuming on in. Thank you.
I said, you can't hear it.
I can't hear a thing. That's what I'm like. I'm sorry.
You can all hear it.
Spirit take control with me very much. Like I am well aware I have no input in what they do or what they want to do.
Yeah, no, we don't.
No,
They're unpredictable.
And that's the joy of it. Like
Yeah.
I love, like, for example, when I was at the jail, there was like, I was sitting underneath where the hangman's noose is. And
Yeah.
I was on my own, so I was like, no, duh. And I was just sitting there having a little bit of a moment. I could very much hear, the cries of the lady's wings and like the lady wing, which was next door and no longer there. And I could hear this step like walking down the stairs in front of me, and I was just like, oh, that's so cool. Thank you, guys.
Was that at the Old Melbourne Jail or Pentridge? Which one? Old Melbourne Jail.
Melbourne. Yeah.
Ned Kelly. If those viewers don't know about Ned Kelly,
he's a fuzzy bushranger.
Yeah. And you can connect with him, can't you?
I do believe I can, yes.
Yeah.
I'm very lucky in that I've been called to a lot of the locations he spent a lot of time in, and look, I do feel a strong connection to his courage spirit more than anything. I do definitely feel like he guides me to a lot of places, like, and I don't know why. Growing up, I grew up in Perth. I'm now in Melbourne, but in the Perth jail, like we used to do tours and stuff with school, I was absolutely enthralled with fear. It was absolutely one of the most fearful experiences of my life, going through them. But going to the Melbourne jail, I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. But during the jail, I was actually directed into different areas, and it was very much a case of, what are you doing in here, Ben? Like the lady would say to me that was holding the tours up, like getting ready for her tours. She hadn't been in there in 8 months. And I was like, oh, I feel like he was in this room and he got a sandwich and he did this and this. And she was like, you're right. I'm like, okay, cool. Thank you. I'm off to the next place he's taking me.
Jamie Preston says, hi, lovely.
Hey, Jamie. Jamie is a lovely friend and client of mine as well. I appreciate you jumping on board, James.
Thank you. Thank you to everyone else watching. If anyone has a question, Ben is doing free one-card questions. More in depth, they're $20.
Yep.
So please put your question in if you have one.
Feel free to jump in. And I mean, we've only got sort of 15 minutes left or something, don't we?
Yeah.
So jump in quick.
Yeah.
Get going.
So what are your plans? What are you doing today after the show?
What am I doing today? I'm going to go meditate a little bit afterwards, and I probably meditate a little bit differently. I listen to punk rock rather than,
Most
you know,
people have meditation music on. You listen to what, heavy
yeah,
metal or punk rock?
yeah. Like I like punk rock. I like sort of the emo bands
Yeah,
from 2000s.
yeah.
Look, I'm probably going to play with my cat and nap. I've been awake most of the night, nervous for this experience, so nap's going to be quite good.
Yeah, it's going to be nice weather in Victoria today.
It is beautiful outside. I've got my blinds down now, but it's absolutely beautiful outside.
Yeah, it is nice. Yeah.
What are you doing for the rest of the day?
Me, cleaning a friend's house.
That's nice of you.
I actually love cleaning.
Me too.
It's therapeutic. I can't say
It
the word.
is. It is absolutely. And like something I was taught during Reiki is during my Reiki master stuff was meditating while you were walking. So like, and it's doing the same kind of thing. You're walking, you're cleaning, you're washing the dishes, whatever it is.
Yeah.
And you get into that zone where you are actually meditating.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Very cathartic. Is that the word?
Yeah.
Cathartic. Who knows?
So we haven't seen any orbs for a while. You've just joined us at the start of the show. We had some orbs flying across Ben's face, and I've seen 4 of them now.
4.
It's 4 now, yeah. 4 orbs in your show. So
Bring
if
it
anyone,
on, guys.
huh?
Bring it on, guys.
Yeah. The dead are definitely here with us at the moment. If anyone's got orbs, let us know.
I absolutely love orbs. And I'm going to post a video on my Facebook page a little bit later.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Full orb going down. It's actually
No.
brilliant. So Amanda, hi Amanda, may I please have a card? Are you drawn to any deck in particular, Amanda? I can chuck up the Archangel or the Trust Your Vibes if you prefer them. Feel free to leave me a message in the comments. I'll hang on a little bit. I feel like you want to trust your vibes. Who knows? So I'm just connecting to your energy. Alrighty, so this one's a really good card for people that are going on their own spiritual journey. It's really about not putting a thought process to what, oh yeah, I did it right, yay, trust your vibes, Amanda says. Look, it's very much about trusting yourself, trusting your vibes, and not putting any of your thought process onto what you want. So, for example, myself, I actually was very fearful of, my third eye sight and listening. I was like, when I first started, I only wanted them to automatic write. And while it is something I really enjoy doing, it's not one of my strongest gifts. It's really important when we do ask for a gift from the universe that we allow them to give it to us in that spirit of giving a gift. We can't tell people what gifts we want and where we want to receive them. It's also, I'm being told, really important to tell you that while we don't have any control, we can ask them to pull it back. We can ask them by just kind of saying, that's too strong for me, please explain, or please repeat that message. It's really important. I'm not sure if you get a lot of indigestion issues or like reflux symptoms, stuff like that. But I definitely feel like that's their way of connecting that they are around you. Of course, medical staff, go and see your GP immediately. That's not my field, but I definitely do feel that that's a way that they give you that bubbling sensation in your stomach a lot. We all have a sign, we all have a tell. Some people may get ringing in their ears, some people may get shaky. I have this sense of losing myself. So I definitely take a step back out of my energy and let them take control. With you, I definitely say it's that feeling of that gassy, bubbly stomach coming up. They're trying to bring up your energy and probably release anything negative that's not serving you any longer. I also just saw this card, and I know we're only supposed to do one, but I definitely do feel it's important for you. It says, woo-woo is wonderful. Just make sure that you're living when you are getting that message in that love and that acceptance space, because I don't feel your gift and your understanding of your gifts, and we all have them in some way, shape, or form, whether it's connecting to a single person or connecting to them all. Just make sure you're grateful for it and you get into that space when you are receiving them of that joy and that happiness and that this is amazing, because it is absolutely amazing. If you think of what I do in particular, as we meet spirit in the middle. So we go up, they come down or sideways or wherever they're coming from, and we meet them in the middle. That's why they call it a medium. You definitely, I would definitely say for you to just make sure that if you feel you need to sit up straighter and your message will become clearer. If they are speaking too fast, ask them to slow down. And I say them because all energy is based in them, they, it, whatever you want it to be. It's all that higher power coming through you, however you feel. It does connect with you. Hope that helps. Thank you. Let me know if that's validating with the bubbling up. That would be cool to know. You're most welcome, Amanda. I hope that helped. So Amanda says, I too have been working on my third eye and clearing my chakras. Yes, so many indigestion issues. You are right on all of this. Thank you. It makes so much sense. You're welcome. I'm so happy to help. I'm so grateful. Look, of course, indigestion issues is a medical situation. Like I said, see your GP, whatever the situation is. But I also definitely wholeheartedly feel it's spirit telling you to bubble up. And I'm getting the sign of popping the champagne. So when that cup overfloweth, I'm hearing, you definitely don't need to, how do I say that? You definitely don't need to bring yourself down to the ground to feel it. I know I definitely like to be up. A lot of practitioners work in the way that, they have to be grounded and they have to be absolutely ground yourself before and after. But if you're getting a message and they're telling you to raise your vibes, raise them vibes. Yeah. Glad it helped. Thank you. Facebook user says, hello all. Hello, Facebook user.
We're coming to the end of your show. So let's talk about your website, your Facebook page. If anyone, anyone would like a private reading don't want to have it public, there's the link to contact Ben after the show.
Yeah. So I've got my Facebook, my Insta. They're both at Ben Castens Psychic Medium. I also have bencastens.com, which is my website. Everything's automated. You can do it all yourself, book your sessions. That was just an order there. You're absolutely able. I've tried to make it as simple because the greatest thing I ever learned was keep it simple, stupid, and that's for my benefit, not yours. You're really able to book it yourself, take it yourself. I also have my Facebook live reading group, which I do a couple of times a week now. There goes another one. Absolutely jump on board. I love connecting with everybody. I learn as much from you guys as, people say that I teach them, if that's a thing. I don't know that I teach anyone anything.
We have time for one more question, and it's from Amanda again. She says, I have an appointment next Wednesday. Thank you. One question though, do you have any tips for raising your vibration?
I love to dance and laugh. So one thing I absolutely love saying to people is take what you do seriously, never take yourself seriously. I think it's so important to laugh and feel joy. So, if you get joy from, I'll throw it out there. I listen to rock covers of Disney movies, Disney songs, and it brings that energy in. So if you find jumping around on the spot for half an hour brings up your energy, do it. If you find, laughing or singing, for example, brings up your energy, absolutely do it, and do it without qualm. Take the job seriously, not yourself.
Yeah. Do you dance around, Ben? Also,
I always dance around. Like, you should have seen me before I started on this. Like, I was doing a full show on the concert stage. Do you know what I mean? Like, absolutely love it. I'll sing it to my microphone.
what song did you have on before the show?
This is my microphone. It was actually a cover of Billie Eilish's "Everything I Wanted."
Okay.
There's an amazing cover artist I love on YouTube, and his voice just goes straight through me, and it's like, yes, bring that on.
Thanks everyone for watching.
Thank you so much.
Across the Veil, and Amanda Isbell says thank you. You're welcome, Amanda. Thanks everyone for watching again, and Ben will be back this time next week.
Yes, Saturday.
Saturday. Yes, Saturday. Sorry.
And
but have a lovely day, Ben.
You too, Kat. It was a pleasure to see you.
And Facebook user says that's funny. I'm starting to cross stitch hide it in a minute.
Oh, Tigger.
Tigger.
Everybody loves to bounce. Oh, now I have to listen to that song. Ah, yay. Cool. It was lovely to see you all. Thank you for jumping on board.
Thanks, everyone. Good night.
Thank you for watching a Guiding Raven Media production. Please like, share and comment. We look forward